back to BriMyselfAndEye. So today I'm doing a 99.9% all e.l.f. makeup look, with the exception of a throwaway mascara wand, which was like $1 for like a pack of 10, and then this Milani eyebrow pencil, which I'm in love with, but I also didn't have, in my store they didn't have an eyebrow kit for e.l.f., so this is what I'm working with, but the rest of it is all e.l.f., including the brushes that I use. I got some e.l.f. brushes, and so it's more of a springtime, sparkly, feminine, girly look, and it's really simple. It's also not too much makeup or like too cakey, so if you're just starting out with makeup, or if you have a job where they don't like allow you to wear that much makeup, this is a good look, and it's super affordable. So I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, reviews, tutorials, giveaways, favorites, all kinds of stuff. And like if you like it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Hey guys, so I have a lot of products to introduce, and all of them will be listed in the down bar below. And they are all e.l.f. except for the one that I already mentioned. So I'm going to start out with the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer, which I actually use on a pretty regular basis, whether I'm doing an all e.l.f. look or not, because it's just really good. Now I'm going to take the jumbo eyeshadow stick in in Little Miss Thing. And again, you can stop at any point with any of these looks that I'm doing. I just kind of show you my creation. But yeah, feel free to get creative yourself, and if that's all you want right there, then go for it. And I just kind of rub it out with my finger. Now, taking all e.l.f. brushes. Again, I'll have them listed below. I'm going to take the Party Palette, is what it's called. And I found it at Ross, I believe. So, I'm not sure if you can still find it. But if you can, I will link it below. Now I'm going to take that light brown cream shades with the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, but I use it to pack on color all over the lid, like our transition shade and our base. And since we have kind of that tacky little Miss Thing eyeshadow stick color, this will really help with the opacity. Now taking the professional eyeshadow brush, I'm going to go in with more of the copper and bronze shades and pack that all over the crease and outer and inner corners, and blend that a little bit on the lid of my eye. But again, just like every other tutorial, the darker shades stay closer to the crease of your eye. They're not really above the crease very much. And then as we get darker and darker, we'll keep it closer and closer to the outer V. Now taking the professional blending eye brush with that yellow and cream shade, I'm going to blend those out together, especially in the crease, and this will give a really nice pop of color that you won't really see the yellow. I know it looks kind of like, what? Why are you putting like a taxi cab color on your eye? But I use a lot of yellows in my eye looks just because I have blue eyes, but I think that complements the eye colors that we're going to use. And I'm going to go back over that and layer like I always do with that professional eyeshadow brush and the bronzer shades, and give it more definition. Now taking an e.l.f. concealer brush, I'm going to go in with the lighter purple shade and keep that towards the inner corner and the lid of the eye to kind of give some dimension and open up the eyes even more. Now I'm going to darken it up a little bit with the more royal purple shades and the light shade in the corner, just like I just did with the other eye. And then we'll keep the darker purples to the crease. Just going to blend that out. And I've got this dry patch and I don't know where it's coming from, so excuse that. I think it's just the allergy season. But I'm going to take the brush now and concentrate more on the more royal purple shades that I showed you earlier. and pack that onto the crease and the outer V to give some dimension to the eyes. You could also go in with like a darker brown or bronze shade, but I just wanted to add some purple and brown together because I just think it's a really pretty springtime look. And then continue to pack on the lighter shades as we get towards the nose. Then I'm taking the concealer brush and just blending that out. Now I'm going to grab the E.L.F. Professional Defining Eye Brush and tap into some of the dark brown and dark purple shades and define our crease area even more. This is kind of like a very, very light cut crease look. Which again just adds a little more dimension to the eyes. But the darker the shade, you keep it towards the outer V and the crease for sure. And as you saw me doing, just kind of tap off any excess, any excess powder that you get on your brush. But with an eye look like this, you really want to build up the shades slowly and then kind of get it to where you want it. Then I'm going to take the concealer brush again and pack on that darker purple right in the outer V and the lid, and then a pop of the lighter purple on the inner corner again. So now we have a really pretty and fun gradient look. Now taking a baked eyeshadow called Toasted with an E.L.F. concealer brush. Since these are only like $1, I have a lot of them. So I'm going to pack that on to the outer V and part of the lid. This will help blend out all those shades together nicely. I think I prefer the baked eyeshadows. I'm hoping to get a bigger collection of them and do more eye looks with their baked eyeshadows and their long-lasting like gel base. That one, yeah. Long-lasting lustrous eyeshadow, and this one's also called Toast. So we have Toasted in baked eyeshadow and Toast in the cream. I'm going to put a little bit on my pinky and put that right in the inner corner, and this will act as our inner corner highlight. And it's got a more of a gel pigment consistency, so very glittery and pretty. Now taking the waterproof eyeliner crown in Pitch Black, I'm going to tightline my waterline, which is always fun to watch. Then I'm going to take the waterproof eyeliner pen in black. It's kind of got a funky shaped tube. I cannot speak today. And keep that really close to the lash line. Just going to line both of the eyes. If you want more of a chunky smoky eye, you could go in with the crown, but I just wanted more precise look. And as you can see, I got some out of bounds. So I'm going to take the E.L.F. Makeup Remover Cleansing Cloths to clean up any fallout and correct where we went out of bounds. Now taking the baked eyeshadow in Enchanted, I'm going to highlight the brow bone with my ring finger. And this will also work for our cheek highlight later on once we get to the face. Now I'm going to take the E.L.F. Wet Gloss Lash and Brow Clear Mascara. I'm going to take the eyelash side and prep the eyelashes. And if you're in school and you can't wear makeup, obviously follow your rules. not trying to get anyone in trouble, but this would be a good option for someone who doesn't like to wear like black or brown mascara, but they do want their lashes to kind of stand out a little bit more, or it can help prep your lashes to stand up better with the black mascara. And I'm going to go in with the Lengthening and Defining Mascara in black. And I use a disposable wand with these because I like the disposable wands better, and they're pretty cheap. You can get a pack of 10 for pretty inexpensive. Now, moving on to the face, I'm going to take the Mineral Face Primer in Radiant Glow, and with my fingers, just rub that all over my face to prime for the concealer and foundation that we're going to go in with in a minute. Actually, it's more of a tinted moisturizer look, so I really like this face primer. It's really pretty. Now, taking the Zip Zapping Concealer in Corrective Green, I'm going to blend it on the back of my hand and then pop that on to any kind of blemishes or red spots I've got going on. And you definitely don't want to put this product exactly on your blemishes. I would put it on the back of your hand first and then kind of emulsify it and keep it more sanitary. Now taking the Cover Everything Concealer in Corrective Yellow. Again, I'm going to blend some on the back of my hand and apply it with my fingertips. And then put this mostly under my eyes where I want to kind of brighten my face. Now taking the E.L.F. Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20 in Porcelain and mix it with Nude. And I'm going to use the E.L.F. Pointed Foundation Brush. But I'm going to mix those two shades, kind of a drop of each, mix it on the back of my hand to create my ideal shade, which may not look like it matches on camera, but in person I promise you it matches just fine. And kind of put that on wherever you want. I do have some new foundations from them that I'm just recently got, and I'm going to do a look with like a full foundation look. But for now, I'm just going to use the tinted moisturizer. Because for a day-to-day look, I don't really use foundation, so this is a pretty good everyday look for me. And just blend that out with that pointed foundation brush, which I really like. Make sure you want to get the neckline and the hairline and everywhere so you don't have any weird lines or spots. Now I'm going to take the Cover Everything Concealer in Light with the Professional Foundation Brush and conceal anything else that has not yielded to the products we already have on. You could use the pointed foundation brush, but I like the flat one for concealer to kind of lay down product that's a little thicker. Just going to blend all that in nicely. And as you can see, it's very light but pretty efficient coverage. Now I'm going to take the E.L.F. Under Eye Concealer and Highlighter, which is like legit white, so perfect for pale people like me. And then put that on all the areas that I would highlight my skin. So kind of do the heart around the face and the cupid's bow and the chin. And taking that same brush, for the highlighter I'm going to use the Professional Foundation Brush to blend that in with what other products we have going on. And be sure that you do all of your cream products first. That's another rule of makeup that I wasn't aware of. Once you do your cream products, you're good. But as soon as you go in with any kind of powder products, you cannot go back over it with any cream, or you'll get cake face. So keep that in mind. Yeah, so now I'm going to go in with the concealer side of it and then pop that over any red areas or splotchiness or hormonal areas around my nose. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the tinted moisturizers that are a light blend of color and blend that in with the pointed foundation brush. Just to make sure we really blend that in with our face color. Now I'm going to take the E.L.F. High Definition Powder in Corrective Yellow and a small tapered brush. And then there's also a kabuki face brush, which I'm absolutely in love with. And this stuff is super powdery. Look at that, it looks like smoke. And then I'm going to set my under eye with this powder. And set my T-zone anywhere that you would crease. I have a lot of expression lines because I make a lot of expressions. So I always like to take a lot of powder to those areas. But I am kind of dry, so I don't like to pack it on, you know, everywhere. I just like to put it, especially where I need it, and then kind of blend it out to match. But as you can see, it's yellow, but if you take it and then brush it all out with that kabuki brush, it'll be just fine. It doesn't show up on the skin as yellow. Now taking the mineral powder brush, I'm going to grab some of the translucent mattifying powder and pack that kind of as a highlight, but I'm also going to use that to set and blend in with the yellow shades, just in case. Now I'm going to take the clarifying pressed powder in light beige, again with the E.L.F. mineral powder brush. And I'm also going to take the bronzer in the shade Glow with an angled foundation brush here in a minute. I really like this bronzer that we'll get to in just a minute. There's the angled brush that I mentioned. And this is just kind of your all-over face if you are a darker skin tone, but I'm using it as a kind of glowy, contoury shade. I'm trying not to contour too intensely. I'm what I call brontouring, which is like bronzing and contouring together. But just to kind of give some definition to the face, because I am really pale, it can get really flat looking pretty quickly. So I'm going to go in kind of intensely, it looks like, but we'll blend that out with our kabuki face brush in a minute. But you want to define from the top of the ear, not all the way to the mouth, but that's the general direction. And then under your neckline, and then your temples. And you can do the sides of your nose if that's like a area that you're self-conscious about. But I really like the bronzer in Glow. I think it's a really pretty bronze shade, especially for being $1. That's pretty good. Then, like I said, we'll just blend all that out so we don't have any weird patchiness or too blunt of a color. But I still want to keep and maintain some of the definition that we've got. Now I'm going to take the I can't say that word, complexion brush with the bronzer in Glow and mix that in with that clarifying pressed powder in light beige that we just went in with. This one has more of a shimmer to it. But I like kind of mixing a matte beige color along with a glowy bronzer. In the long run, I think it just looks, in person, it looks very like you've just been kissed by the sun. Just going to blend that all over the neckline and the face. Get some focus, and boom. Then take the kabuki brush yet again. I'm really in love with this brush. If you can't tell, it's perfect at blending stuff out. Now I'm going to take the HD blush in Superstar and blend some on the back of my hand, and a tiny little bit goes a long way because it's a really bright pink. And I'm going to apply it with my fingertips where I would normally blush. So you could just smile and put it on the apples of your cheeks. And then I'm going to take the Contouring and Blush Bronzer Studio Kit and just use the blush shade, and then use the E.L.F. blush brush. That's more of a powdery finish, and I'm going to take that more towards my smile line and blend that into our bronzer and contouring. Now I'm going to take the E.L.F. Shimmering Facial Whip in Lilac Petal, and again apply that to right where I want to highlight, which is on the tops of your cheekbone, and the cupid's bow and down the nose. And this is a really pretty kind of cream shimmer. Just picks up the light very nicely. And then I always go back over that with the blush shade and blend that in so it's not like too harsh. Now I'm going to grab the Baked Eyeshadow in Enchanted and then use the highlighter, use that as a highlighter on an E.L.F. fan brush and blush, put that all over the blush on the top and the nose, and the forehead and the cupid's bow. Now we're going to do the lower lash line of my eye. I'm going to go back in with that Party 32-piece eyeshadow and a flat definer or flat eyeliner brush with chocolate, bronze, charcoal, dark purple shades, any kind of dark matte shades you've got will work. I don't believe any of these are named, so that's why I'm kind of just telling you the general colors. But yeah, so I'm going to start out with the darker shades towards the outer part of my eye, and then any kind of medium dark, I'll keep that towards the middle part. And then I'll go in with the lighter shade towards the middle and inner corner of my eye. This will kind of give some continuity with the eyeliner on the top lid. Now I'm going to take the E.L.F. Professional Eyeliner brush and go in with dark, medium, and light purple shades that we went in with the top. And this will, again, kind of round out our pop of purple. And again, this is totally optional. You can just stick with your neutrals and go on about your day, but I'm trying to do more of an E.L.F. spring challenge. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to take one of my most repurchased E.L.F. products of all time, which is the E.L.F. Lip Exfoliator in Clear. I just can't say enough about it. It's just got crushed almonds in it, and it really helps get rid of any dry or chapped skin. You do want to use this lightly though, because your lips are sensitive. Then I'm going to go in with the lip primer in Lip Lock Pencil in Clear. It's another one of my all-time favorite products. Now I'm going to first start out with moisturizing lipstick in Rosy Go Round. And I'm going to give you a few different lip options for this look, to kind of give you an idea of how the different lip products work from E.L.F. The next one is the Extra Lip Gloss in Scott. And then the next one is the the Luscious Liquid Lipstick in Pink Lemonade, which is really pretty and shimmery. The next one is Pout Perfector in Glow, which is Coffee Break with Danny's, one of her favorite shades, but Samantha, her friend, does not like it, so it just depends on your preference with texture. I think it's just fine. But then the next one is the E.L.F. Matte Lip Color in Coral, which I think is more of a nude, in my opinion. And then an optional look is to add the Extra Lip Gloss in Scott, which is probably my favorite combo of the two. And those are your lip options. So several to choose from. And I hope you enjoyed.